Y'all, Wizard101 just had one of the most chaotic days ever. I feel like tons of people are confused. So today, I thought we would take a moment to talk about the currently crazy state of the Aquila update right now in Wiz. So for some context, right? The Aquila Chronicle update, it literally just hit live servers yesterday. And this update involves a new fight against a new boss named Sisyphus that used to be here, and a bunch of challenge modes added to the Aquila dungeons that have been in the game for 10 years. And yet, if you log into the game right now, you will be unable to access any of the challenge modes, right? It literally won't even give you the option. And the sigil to access the Sisyphus fight is also gone. So here's what happened, right? This morning, one of the community managers at Wizard101 put out this announcement in the Wizcord. Apparently, there's been a critical bug that they found. They've had to take down the Aquila update not even a full day after it's been out in order to fix it. And while it sucks that we can't really access any of the new, fights that drop the new spell elements, the new gear sets, the new pets, hopefully we won't need to actually wait for a maintenance for this update to actually come back. It seems like they have some kind of weird thing with the Aquila update where they can just flip a switch where it turns on and off. So hopefully it'll be back. But I'm sure y'all are wondering what glitch could be so bad that they had to take down an update one day after it dropped. And I guess they didn't make it clear, but I think most people have guessed already. There's apparently an infinite gold glitch that was introduced with the most recent Aquila update. Basically, right, if you've done Tartarus, Atlantia, Mount Olympus, you might be aware of this. There's a lot of housing items that you can actually collect if you do these dungeons. They're like exclusive one-time collectible item. But when they added challenge mode to these, what ended up happening was the items in challenge mode did not despawn when you collected them. So you might see windows like this pop up where, you have players that keep on spam clicking X on an item that's not despawning. And yeah, you guessed it, since you have an infinite access to an item that you can quick sell or sell to a vendor, you basically have access to infinite gold. So Wizard101's response to this infinite gold glitch was just to remove the ability of the player to use it and hopefully fix it in due time. But it's very, very interesting. If y'all remember, if y'all have played the game for a while, this is actually not Wizard101's first infinite gold glitch, and they did not handle the first one well at all. This was just a little bit before I started making content, but if y'all recall, there were content creators back then covering this. This blew up. This is just one of many videos where people were outraged at the fact that Wiz had a glitch in the game where you could get infinite gold, and they ended up banning the players for the glitch, sometimes very indefinitely. We're talking about 1 month, 6 month bans just for clicking on a tomato basket a few times. To me, it looks like they're not gonna take that approach unless nothing has changed in the past 11 years. I think they're just taking accountability for the glitch at least. I don't see a world where they're gonna be banning people simply off of the fact that they caught it so quick. If there is anything to be done, I think they should just, deduct the gold that people got from the glitch, if at all possible. I doubt people even had the time to get that much gold unless they were acting very maliciously. I don't think that's happening. Now, here's the big elephant in the room, in my opinion. I'm honestly not concerned about this infinite gold glitch. I think it'll be patched. I really hope no one really did so much with it that a ban is justified. I still doubt it, but we find ourselves in a situation with these Aquila spellments that I think brings us back to the goddamn Dark Ages. Now that the Sisyphus fight, which would be the best way to get spellments if you don't want open packs, and the challenge mode, which is also a way to get spellments since these are disabled, right now you have a situation where a bunch of spells just dropped, and the only way to upgrade them or even learn them is to buy a pack. So I spent a good amount of time yesterday on stream, if y'all caught it, farming Tartarus for some exclusive pet drops, but I also ended up taking the time, I want to say maybe 3 hours to farm spellements. These spellements were a grueling process just to get 22 of these. I was farming Sisyphus for hours and hours and hours. I still haven't learned a single one of these spells. And now, not only are the abysmal drop rates from these bosses inaccessible, they didn't actually take down the pack when they took down all of these dungeons. So now, if you see someone running around with this, spell, it's even more likely that they just got there from buying a bunch of packs. I really hope that they take this, I don't know what to call it, a maintenance window or whatever, to reevaluate how they're, just valuing these spellements. These spellements are very, very weird because I think they're categorized like lore spells. However, they are so good. They have the same accuracy as regular spells, and they don't involve school pips, that these are going to be spells that everyone's going to want. They just do things that add to your identity at times. I'm not going to lie. while it's very annoying that this is currently right now, at the time of making this video, the only way to get these spellments, even this pack drops spellments at a very, very abysmal rate. This is designed in a way where you get 1 to 3 spellments per pack, or maybe if you're very, very lucky, I guess you can get like a jackpot 35 drop. But considering there are 7 schools of spellments that you can get from this pack, this is basically just as bad as opening up something like the Burrower Rebellion pack for spellments, right? Unlike other lore spell packs that maybe drop spellments for 3 lore spells, maybe like 4 lore spells maximum, you're looking at a pack that drops 1 of 7 spellments. So you have a very diluted drop table. So even if you were to open this to upgrade your own spell, it would still be way more pay to win than the average pack. Add to that you basically get way less spellments for your time compared to farming a traditional gold key boss like you would for a normal lore boss, and you get this crazy situation where these spellments are way more pay to win than you would ever imagine. It's the one part of the update that I just can't look past because it just feels so wrong to me. Like, I feel like we haven't had such a paid to experience spell since, I want to say, like Nautilus and Ship of Fools and Celestial Intervention. When those came out, those were spells that you could basically only experience if you opened up a bunch of packs, and you would never really expect to upgrade a spell without spending tons of money. For some context, that was, I want to say, 4 years ago. We haven't had a spell or a set of spells that are this pay to win in about 4 years. And to have an update bug out in a way where now you're not even able to farm it for the abysmal rate that you can, I think they need to take it as a moment of reflection to just fix the issue before it's like, you know, a week long, 2 weeks long of a pay to win situation. I think Wish should take down the pack at for any period of time where you can't farm for it. I think that's only fair. B, when there are glitches like this, I hope people aren't getting banned extremely unfairly. I'm gonna assume they've learned since 11 years ago. And C, I hope they take the moment to actually collect the feedback, because if whatever they're doing right now is like an actual window of opportunity to fix some of these drop rates, I think they should listen to the community feedback on this. People are out here doing 45, 50-minute dungeons to get 15 spellments when they could open up a pack for 15 in like seconds. I think that's outrageous. But yeah, hopefully if y'all were confused about why the Aquila update seems inaccessible, especially if you were confused as to why it's gone but the pack is still up, hopefully this video covered exactly what's going on. I'm really hoping this doesn't take a full 24 hours even. I'm trying to farm these spells so that it's not like you just don't have the spell if you're not willing to pay. Even as a content creator, I feel weird about opening a pack day 1 of an update. I'd rather just experience the update. I don't want to say only negative things. I think some of the other parts of this update are really well done. I actually feel like the challenge mode for Tartarus was very fun for me to run. There seems to be a lot of exclusive drops that you could get from this. The wand from the new gear set from this Aquila update is actually fairly meta shaking. There's a lot of good things, but I feel like if they took the opportunity to listen to the feedback about the bad things, this could be a much more W update. I hope they do that, especially given how chaotic today was. Let me know what y'all think of, I guess, day 2 of the Aquila Chronicle update, if you can call it that. And what are y'all's earliest experiences with the spellments? And do y'all agree that the other things maybe are actually pretty cool? I feel like the spellments kind of stick out like a sore thumb, but do you guys like parts of this update just as much as you might not? Let me know what y'all think. Open to all opinions and comments. Please feel free to leave your honest thoughts. Drop a like if you enjoyed. Leave a sub if you're new. And if somebody hasn't told you're awesome today, they doing something wrong. Stay awesome, y'all. See y'all soon. And yeah.